pass carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
180, round 80. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Watch 57. All right, you draw quarter. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. We talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Set, black 11, run 80. Here we go. Hey, high 7. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Get that ball, D, let's get that ball. Mike 20. All day, baby, all day. Left.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set, 390. Cluster. Go. Mike 20. Watch the run. Q. Mike 20. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
First down, Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be second down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set, 180. Wait, 85.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air. But it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
Out. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Greystone travel. Hey, Haywood. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Hey, team 6. Mike 20. Hey, get on!
Rivers now to throw on first down. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes for a gain of 31. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So, two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Run 80! Run 80! Hey, go orange. Orange. Check. Go,
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The intended receiver there, Allen. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think
a pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to punch this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. Room here to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Start, 180.
20. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Rivers on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Duke Dawson picks it. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Go.
Here's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
180. Block the team.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Hey, Delta. You.
47 Mike.
Mike, 89.
Rivers. And that is incomplete. Good play there to step in and knock that one away by Chris Harris.
Who said that he couldn't play in the NFL?
Not me.
Hey, not you. A lot of scouts did. A lot of people undrafted and has turned himself into a Pro Bowl cornerback, one that really knows how to play the position.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On second down, a run with Lindsey. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
That's a gain of 5. Brings
Hey,
up
lock it.
3rd and 12.
Hard, hard. Watch the whip.
To throw on third down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And the Chargers first down.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Check flag 47. Check flag 47. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Hey, 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 hey.
From the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a carry for Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Brings up second down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A big spot now for the rookie Lock. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
With certain pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set, 180.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he's able to get it out of there. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 27 yards there. A first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Lock going to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this. As it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Load it. We want it. Come to my world. 44. You. I know he ain't got it. 44's the mic. 44's Mike. Check.
Rivers. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check. Hey.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Get him, boy.
So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. This a long one from 54. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Step around 80, 390. Red Delta.
44, Mike, 44.
Gordon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 44, Mike, 43.
What can Rivers do in the OT? Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Keep it skinny.
Mike 20. I got you.
Load it.
Roll to the backfield. Mike 20.
Get on.
On third down, Rivers. And Allen's got it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you. Check. Crunch.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Hey, I'm going to go beat it.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got it to Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for our visitors, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.